Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I am showing you this Khadi sketchbook. This sketchbook is made in India from recycled cotton rags and has these beautiful deckled edges. This one measures 20 by 20 centimeters or 8 by 8 inches and has 15 pages. I wanted to know how different fluid mediums perform on this paper. The first page is this grey page, and I was wondering if you could paint on it. So for this page I just used my metallic and pearlized acrylic inks. To be honest, I don't think it works very well on grey. On this page I used acrylic inks again and India ink for the cat. The whiskers were painted with a jelly roll pen. I found that the inks float very well on this paper and I like how it spreads out. So I think acrylic inks work well on this paper. For my next page I tried these Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 crayons. This was a Christmas gift from my sister. The paints went on well, but they are paler than watercolors. I think these crayons would probably work better in combination with watercolors and on smoother paper. This is cold pressed paper, but a bit rougher than some of my other sketchbooks. For this hair painting I tried my Winsor Newton inks. I found the inks a bit difficult to work with and control on this paper, and you can see some funny texture going on in the sky. The white fur and the highlights were added in with the jelly roll pen and the eyes with a black waterproof pen. On the next page I originally tried to draw a giraffe and it went wrong, so I erased it all. To cover the faint pencil lines I tried out my Caran d'Ache gouache paints. I am not very familiar with gouache paints, as you can probably tell. This is not my favorite painting. What I have learned though is to be careful with pencil and eraser. For the next two paintings I used only watercolor, black pen and Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed-proof white. Watercolor works very well on this paper, but wet and wet can take a while to dry. So a hairdryer is a handy tool, though I didn't use it with these two sketches. With this budgie I wanted to try these Marabou watercolor brush pens and boy do they spread. I gave up as it just looks awful. So I tried the same budgie again, but with Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils from Faber-Castell. The green was a bit too pale for my liking, so I used watercolor in that area. For the next and final page, for now, I wanted to use my alcohol inks, mainly because I've never tried them on watercolor paper as they are not designed for them. They work best on synthetic papers and very smooth papers. This paper is not smooth and as you can see it spreads, but it also sunk into the paper and wasn't easy to move around. I also wanted to know how alcohol markers perform on this paper, and this one was from Arteza. As you can see, this looks like a colorful mess, but I might try and embellish this with a black pen. As you can see, I still have a few pages left in this sketchbook. I will probably work only with watercolors and inks in this sketchbook, because those mediums really work best with this paper. If you like to work with inks and watercolors and don't mind a slightly rough texture, then this sketchbook is a relatively cheap option, and as it is made from recycled rags, it is also environmentally friendly. I hope you liked this video. If you have a question, please feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to support this channel, you can do so by liking, sharing and subscribing. You can also donate via PayPal. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Happy painting. Until next time.